Welcome back to Eliances Heroes, where heroes in business align. To be part of our super community and find out more about Eliances, visit www.Eliances.com. Now, back to our super host, David Kogan, founder of Eliances.
I just hope this day never ends because we continue to unlock all these secrets. We learned so much from so many. I mean, we just had on the CEO of Insight Enterprises, builds the company to over $7.1 billion in sales. And later on, we're going to have the co-founder and CEO of Kabbage. You can reach him at Cabbage.com. Wait till you hear all the things of what Kabbage does. Well, let's get started. And by the way, thank you for the feedback we continue to have from the co-founder of Priceline. So make sure you go to Eliances.com. Eliances.com. There is no other place to go, and it is the only place where entrepreneurs align. So make sure you go to Eliances.com. Well, he virtually created a marketplace really where there wasn't one before. And that's LifeLock, because we have with us the co-founder of LifeLock, who sold his company to Symantec for $2.3 billion. And make sure you stay tuned because you're going to be amazed at what he's doing next. Welcome to the show, Robert Maynard.
Thanks very much.
So, Robert, first of all, I'm dying to know. You sell the company to Symantec for only $2.3 billion company. What do you feel like as soon as those contracts are signed? What's going through your mind?
I have to tell you, it's actually relatively anticlimactic because you've been working on them for so long. And, they're 8 billion pages long. And it's really kind of anticlimactic. I mean, Todd and I, after our first major funding, we're in the airport going different directions, had a drink, said congratulations, and we're out.
I mean, and it's like, what do you do next? So the contract signed, you have they pay and they're done. And I mean, what do you do next?
Yeah, I moved to Hawaii for a couple years.
Yeah?
Yeah,
that's
which is what I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
And so then what brought you back after being there? What did you decide to do? Because we're going to talk about your new company that you launched. So, I mean, how did you make the transition then from Hawaii? Why come back to the real world here?
Well, it's nearly impossible to do business in Hawaii. And that's what I do. I grow businesses. So Phoenix is my home. My mom's family's been here more than 300 years. And I went to school here, and, it's just my home.
And before, again, we announce of what you're doing now, which our audience has got to know, and they're going to be so excited to know, we need to also share that really LifeLock wasn't your first rodeo either.
Right.
What did you do before that?
I started one of the largest internet providers in the country called Internet America. We kind of pioneered the flat rate internet pricing model, and we pioneered the self-installing software concept so it was easy for regular people to get online. We took that company public in 1998. Ran it to about a $4.5 billion market cap.
How do you do that? How do you everything you touch turn into billions?
Well, it's not everything. I've certainly had my failures, but I tend to think pretty big, and I don't feel like I have any limits.
Right, that's phenomenal. All right, now the big news. Let's talk about the company that you've co-founded now. I'm going to have you share that thunder.
Sure. It's called SurchX, SurchX. And what we do is we allow merchants who take credit cards to pass their credit card transaction fees on to their customers. It's called surcharging, and it adds, in most cases, it adds about 30% to the net margin overnight for no additional expense to our clients' bottom lines.
And how did you come up with that idea to launch?
I found out that it was actually allowed in 2017, and I had been looking for what am I going to do next, and I went, okay, that's it, because it's a $16 trillion a year market. It grows about 11% a year. It's not going away, and it's a huge pain point for merchants.
Tell me about the target of the customers that you're trying to reach to go to. By the way, you could reach them at SurchX.com. That's SurchX.com. And, of course, we'll have on our website, Eliances.com, Eliances.com.
My clients right now take take credit cards over the phone or online, or their recurring revenue. They're called card not present transactions. Pretty soon we'll be doing card present transactions through point of sale. The big differentiator between what we do and what a couple of other companies are trying to do is that our technology is infrastructure agnostic, meaning you don't have to change your processor, you don't have to change your bank, you don't have to change your shopping cart or anything like that. We just work. The other people who are trying to penetrate the marketplace really make you change everything about your company.
That's amazing. I mean, just even to have that idea, to be able to do that. You're listening to me, David Kogan, host of the Eliances Hero Show. Make sure you go to Eliances.com. That's ELIANCES.com. It is the only place where entrepreneurs align. That's right. You got an idea? Make sure you go to Eliances.com. You want to be around billionaires? Make sure you go to Eliances.com. Millionaires, startups, mentors, and so much more. Heck, you may even have the opportunity to meet Robert Maynard in person at one of our various experiences. In fact, Robert, you've been to Eliances. Your daughter, who is a part of Eliances and highly regarded member, is there and was presenting with you in the audience watching. In fact, you presented too. Talk to us, share with us, with the audience, what your experience was like attending an Eliances experience.
Well, I was really shocked by the quality and experience of the people in that room. Usually, when I've gone to organizations like this, it's the Chamber of Commerce or anything. It's people who are trying to provide services to other people in the audience. And they're generally very small businesses like lawyers or accountants or things. And that's all great. But what I found with the Eliances, I got offered a bank directorship. I was there for an hour and a half. And I can see real opportunity because of the quality of your membership.
What kind of skills are you trying to instill with your daughter, again, who's part of Eliances, who works for the company because she always talks about, I need to tell you, Robert, she always talks about the things that she learns from you. And, having been around you and really, it's a big thing, and you're a big influence in her life. Yeah. So share with us some of the things that you have instilled or you hope to continue to instill in her to be able to be successful.
I think what I tried to teach my kids was a deep sense of humility and how very fortunate we all are, especially here in the United States. I tried to unlock her intellect. She's incredibly brilliant. She is, I instilled a great sense of honor and duty, and I talked about honor and duty at home a lot.
Mm-hmm. I want to go back to something because a turning point from what I remember in regards to LifeLock, again, which you sold for billions of dollars to Symantec, was the advertising. Because it was so long ago, yet, and our listeners, you got to remember these commercials. These are the commercials that had the Social Security number on a truck of his co-founder going around where it's just out there in the public for millions to see. Who came up with that idea and how?
That was both Todd and I were pretty audacious. And we were at a point in the company where we really needed to differentiate and make some news. And so we both came up, what if we just threw our Social Security numbers out and said, we're putting our money where our mouth is. And the American consumer really responds to putting your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, it was just absolutely phenomenal. We've got only a couple minutes left, and I want to make sure we go back to SurchX and stuff. Again, you can reach Robert at SurchX.com. So what happens is that someone goes online, they're utilizing your system as the merchant part, or how does that exactly work?
Right. So what happens is a customer goes to, say, a shopping cart and starts to check out. We will calculate the correct transaction fee. And while it sounds really easy, it is highly complicated. There are a lot of moving parts. And the downside risk is really bad. The merchant can lose his transaction authority. And then he'll sit in front of attorney generals and the FTC and everything. And the credit card processors have made it essentially impossible to do without a huge R&D effort. And that's what we did. It took me 2 years to get this deal put together.
2 years?
Yeah, it's been 2.5 years now. We went to market in January and are about to announce some very large customers.
Absolutely phenomenal. Well, I can't wait to go to your site and check it out. Robert, you created a revolutionary software that created an industry in the realm of data security. That's a hero, Robert Maynard, co-founder of LifeLock and now co-founder of SurchX. Make sure you go to SurchX.com. This is David Kogan with Eliances, and when we return, the co-founder and CEO of Cabbage. They provide small business access and startup cash. That's right, this is David Kogan with Eliances.
Flash 60 seconds of secrets of heroes with David Kogan from Eliances, where entrepreneurs align. Our heroes will provide one-word short answers to the secret questions. Can you beat the Flash?
We have Robert Maynard, co-founder of LifeLock, who sold his company to Symantec for $2.3 billion. Now co-founder of SurchX. You can reach him at SurchX.com. That's SurchX.com. Robert, what is your good luck charm?
That would have to be my Bible.
Proudest moment you've had in your life?
Oh, watching my kid be born, my first one.
Secret beauty tip.
Do I look like I have a secret beauty tip?
Your power phrase.
Humility is key.
One thing you've always wanted to do that you haven't yet.
I can't think of a single thing.
Most memorable experience in your career?
In my career? Getting fired after making $200 million for the bank.
Would like to have this superpower.
I would love to fly.
Must do this every day.
Must do this every pray.
What makes you laugh?
What makes me laugh? Sarcasm.
Hope when people think of me, this is what they will think of.
I hope that they say, "Here lies a man of honor."
Will say this as my final words.
Thank you.
Thank you for playing Flash 60 Seconds of Secrets with David Kogan from Eliances, where entrepreneurs align. Go to ELIANCES to unlock more secrets.